What's good, y'all? This is your boy, Mr. Pound for Pound himself, back in the house, back at it again. Gonna talk about the Mayweather-Maidana 2 fight. Let's get into it right away. Really don't want to spend that much time on this. I told you guys what was gonna happen in my pre-fight prediction. I told you it's gonna be a stinker. I told you it's gonna be Mayweather's gonna win it. Easy. Decision. Right? And we got it. To be honest with you, like I said in my first fight, the first fight looked like sparring to me. That first fight looked like sparring. It looked like Floyd, we know Floyd's better than Maidana. But that first fight to me, being a boxer and having sparred and shit like that, like, ironically, I've had sparring sessions where I've made it look a lot better than what it was. Couple homies, you be in there and you make it look a lot better than what it is. I think he did that in the first fight. And I was telling a lot of my friends that do this boxing analyst stuff, the same thing. Don't know if, necessarily they believe me or not or whatever. That's fine. Some of them agreed. Some of them didn't. A lot of people like to believe that the fight game's not fixed. I'm starting to be on the edge, on the fence of that. But the first fight looked like sparring. I'm not going to say the first fight was fixed at all. It just looked like sparring. It looked fixed from like a Mayweather's perspective. Like, I think Mayweather could have did what he did this second time. The first time he just didn't want to, so that he can extend out his record and push for a Maidana rematch. And I said what was going to happen in this rematch. He's going to outbox him. He's just going to beat him. A la Jose Luis Castillo 2. But it was a different fight. I actually walked out on the fight about round 7. It just wasn't really exciting to me. And I remember telling a buddy of mine, I said, man, what the hell am I watching? Well, I feel kind of stupid for watching this. I feel like I got suckered in to watching this fight. And he was like, man, I feel the same way. And, that was just a funny reaction. But Mayweather wins. He ups his record to 47-0, 26 knockouts. Maidana goes down to 35-5, 31 KOs. The judges had it, obviously, it was an easy win. Unanimous decision, 116, 111, 115, 112 on the other cards. And, Mayweather did his thing, as we knew he would do against Maidana. He outlanded him. Overall punches, 166 to 122. In power punches, he outlanded him, 108 to 77. And he really just boxed well. He put on a good boxing exhibition. He looked good. I had a friend say, oh, he looked real good, man. I'm like, yeah, but he's in there with Maidana. And like Ray Mancini said, he made a good comment in an article I read where Ray Mancini was saying that Mayweather is not TBE, not the best ever, not even close. He wouldn't even have hung with the best. And he was saying fighters like Tommy Hearns or Sugar Ray Leonard and Duran would have beat the shit out of him. And I agree. Those fighters were just different from the fighters of today. I think the fighters of today just make too much damn money to be that ferocious as they were in the 80s and the 70s. They're just different breed. You know what I'm saying? We got performance enhancing drugs now. We don't got to train as hard. We got Xbox, PS3. We got, way more lavish shit. The fighters are just different. And I don't care what anybody says. It's the truth. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you look at everything in life, it's kind of watered down. Music's watered down. It's not as good as it used to be. Boxing, basketball, football. It's just watered down. And, unfortunately, we got to sit through it and enjoy it. But I won't sit here and say he's TBE. Good performance by Mayweather. He likes to talk about how he's 47-0 and this and that and this. But I wish he would have, in this fight, talked about how Maidana was 35-4. But he didn't. Of course he wouldn't. He did what he was gonna do. He did what I said he was gonna do. And it didn't impress me. And if you go online, Google search Mayweather versus Maidana 2. See how many articles you find where there's flack about it. I've seen articles where it says Mayweather doesn't impress, which he didn't. He already beat the guy, like Mancini said too, also in that article. He's like, who cares about the Maidana rematch? He's like, he already figured him out. In the last, 5-6 rounds of the first fight. We already knew Mayweather could beat him, so why sit through another epilogue of Showtime's All Access, and why sit through the fight if we already knew what was going to happen? And it wasn't really like Maidana did hella good in the first fight. There was never no scary moments in the fight. Mayweather has to fight somebody that's scary. He needs to fight somebody that's undefeated, that's scary, like a Tommy Hearns. Remember when Sugar Ray Leonard was getting questioned to fight Tommy Hearns? Tommy Hearns was a scary opponent. There was actually a fear factor there that he might lose. Same thing with Duran, and he did lose. Hagler, there's a fear factor there. Mayweather has no fear factors. Everybody he fights is just like, so the fuck what? It's going to be another win in the win column. And it sucks because I actually like the guy. I like Mayweather. As far as this era, I think he's great. You can't knock him. He's undefeated. And I like his boxing style. I use some of his shit in the ring. But for his attitude, and he is nowhere near as good as his attitude. But yeah, what are we going to get next? Amir Khan? Don't want to see that fight. Shit, I remember during the Mayweather Maidana 2, they had Amir Khan standing there looking at the camera, and his right eye was blinking and the left one wasn't. I'm like, dude, you're already punchy. I don't even want to see that fight. You're already punch drunk. You know what I'm saying? Like, your brain stem or something ain't working. Fucking eyes blinking at different times. I don't want to see that fight. Give me something that has a major threat, you know, and respect will be given. But I really don't have much to say about this fight. That's why it took me 7 days to do the video. It wasn't impressive. It's not like the win did anything for his career. If anything, it knocked his career down a little bit. They're talking about how people, you know, yeah, of course it's going to do good pay-per-view numbers because it's Mayweather, but they were talking about how people aren't really betting on the fights. You know, investors are really in Vegas aren't betting and shit. They're talking about how it just wasn't impressive, wasn't a big name, other fighters he could have fought, and they're true, and they're right. He's only got 2 fights left, supposedly going to fight in May and September. If he doesn't fight somebody serious, that's definitely in the public's view a scary threat. Can't be TBE. And to be honest with you, I don't even know if I'll watch the next fight. If he fights Amir Khan, I'll watch it, but I'll do the same thing I did for this Maidana 2 fight, which was walk out halfway through the fight. This is your boy, Mr. Pound for Pound. If y'all don't agree with me, which I know a lot of you Mayweather guys out there, and don't forget, I'm a Mayweather fan too, but there's some people out there that are super like Mayweather fans that are just, they're not even fans. I would call them stalkers. Like, you say one bad thing and they get hurt. It's just ridiculous. It's crazy. Obviously, the people who haven't been watching boxing for a long time. This is your boy, Mr. Pound for Pound. Y'all have a great one. Stay safe. I'm out of here.